Welcome in, y'all. Timeshare Clarence. It's August 1st, 2025. And, I mean, up before the sun come up, but just wanted to record a couple things. So, first off, what I wanted to record initially, which I'll do at some point after this, but what actually prompted me to want to record, I was just thinking about like the basic security of just, having somewhere to stay, food, knowing the bills gonna be paid. Like, I don't think I ever took it for granted, but like I appreciate it so much more now after having it taken away, and then getting it back. So when I look at the month, I guess this would be my round 7 recap. So when I look at the month, look back at the experiences I had, the ups, the downs, the realizations I came to, the breakthroughs that I had, and then I guess just where I'm at right now, then I say it was a very hard round, but I still feel like I won. It's kind of like on Creed, like when he'd see something in the fight, and then it's like checkmate. Like, I ain't in the fight yet, but I saw something. So anyway, in July, got to go to Michigan for RJ's birthday. Was one of the first times I got to have like adult type conversation with him. So that was cool. Just seeing family is always good. I felt like one of the traditions that I'm gonna try to push to establish, and this was like semi-established, but we always try to do something like play a game, but specifically I want to play this game 5-second rule, because I feel like that generates like the best interaction and best memories. Like, it's always something when we play that game. So that was kind of like, okay, that's one of those things, because I wasn't mindful of it before, and I am trying to be mindful of it now, of intentionally creating situations to generate positive memories with the people that I care about. So that was the beginning of the month. I got my disability increased to 100%. So that just kind of gave me the sense of security that I haven't had for years. I don't have to worry about it anymore. So as the situation changed, then it's gonna impact me as a person, because I'm gonna operate differently. I'm gonna think differently. I'll be able to perform differently in different areas without having that anxiety. Now, that doesn't mean it's not other anxiety, other stress, but like worrying about paying your rent. And I wasn't worried about paying my rent, but like worried about having all of your basic needs met without digging a hole, without accumulating a bunch of debt, without having to rely on other people's generosity. Because in the past few years, it is largely due to other people's generosity that I've been able to just get through. You know, whether it was my mom or my sister, my boy Jonathan, my brother Devin, my boy Brent, my guy Dennis, like, you know, and I mean my grandfather. It's a lot of people, you know, and I ain't trying to leave nobody out, but yeah, people helped me out, and if they didn't, like, I don't know, because I also, it's been times where people couldn't help me out, and I mean, you get through it. I got through it, so I'm super thankful, super appreciative to have that blessing. So, you know, it's some very positive things that kind of culminated this month. So I got the disability. One of my priorities is to spend more time with family and be there again, so I can be a part of these memories. You know, my nephews, my sister, my brother-in-law, my kids. You know, my brother, my parents, whoever. If I can be there for their birthday, you know, then I'm a part of those memories. But I gotta be there to be a part of it. So coming to a point where I can be in position to travel like I want to be there, to share in, you know, other people's special moments and be a part of that. That's a big deal to me. So like I did have to, I don't even want to say make sacrifice, but I had to make some choices to make it happen. But it was worth it, and plan on continuing to do that. Then as we progressed through the month, it was just really me looking at my routine on a daily basis as a single father, with no help. And I just mean no help within a household, because this is the first time I've had my younger two kids, Mike and Sophia, without help. Always had somebody to help. And it isn't even about necessarily doing things for the kids or doing things for me, but just having the freedom to run to the store. You know, I could leave them with Aaliyah, go to work. I didn't have to worry about childcare. Like, that's a huge thing. So just navigating this new point. But day to day, week to week, it's getting better, because I am trying to be a better parent. So, you know, if I don't behave the way I want to behave as a parent, to be real with my kids, apologize to my kids, be accountable, but at the same time, not neglect my responsibility as a father. So, one thing that was a criticism, I mean, even got to the point I felt where it was used to attack or belittle me as far as my interaction with my kids' mom and my older kids was, you know, here goes dad with another life lesson. Because I mean, I got that from my dad, and I felt like it benefited me for him to have those real conversations and to share certain things, and to be real and to be frank about a lot of things. And that's something that I took into, like, my character as a parent. Like, I did want to be the parent that explained everything to my kids, that let my kids, like, if they wanted to know. But I think that's the difference. Like, with my dad, it was like he would tell us everything, but he would ask us, like, you know, do you really want to know? Because if you want to know, he gonna tell you. But he would kind of warn you, like, you know what I mean, you better make sure it's something you really want to know. And then my dad also at times just like asked questions completely out of the blue, that just threw me off as a kid, because like I was still a kid and he was asking me about adult stuff. So anyway, as a father, I try to prepare my kids to be the type of adults that I would want to have a relationship with. When I was in the military, one of my NCOs asked the whole group, like, if you had to work with a team of people and they was all just like you, like, how would that work? And I always thought about, like, man, I would love that. I really would. I would love to work with a team of people like me, because I know everybody gonna do their part. And when everybody do their part, stuff is really easy. And you really get to enjoy it when everybody do their part. But I've rarely been in those situations. So, like, progressing through this month as, for the first time, a single father with no help within the household, like, it's been interesting. Like, it's the kids gonna drive me crazy, because I'm in an apartment, and one thing I do not want to deal with is roaches. But like, they will, like, my whole life, hey, don't leave. Like, we couldn't leave no dishes in the sink. It definitely wasn't no food sitting out or whatever. So again, I'm trying to teach my kids these same things. So I got Sophia and Micah. Sophia's 9, Micah's 5 at this point. And it's like, I'm trying to be mindful of where they're at in their development and have realistic expectations, but also not let it be an excuse, but just something that I take into consideration when trying to parent them, that, you know, I don't know what the most effective thing is, but I know the things that I'm not gonna do, or that I try not to do. You know, I don't want to talk to my kids in a harsh way. I got a lot of work to do with that, because, like, even if I control my tone, my facial expressions, I know people be like, man, he pissed. So I'm working on it. I feel like I'm doing better, and even when I don't necessarily control it, I will go apologize and explain to my kids, you know, my behavior and how it is something that I'm working on. It ain't about them, it's about me, so on and so forth. But it's really not a lot of that. Now I find myself having to do a lot of extra work, but I don't mind it. It just really showed me, you know, how if stuff is organized, it's really not that. I get up way before the kids, they sleep. That's why I'm out here doing this. So as long as I do stuff and make sure that they at least do some of the stuff they supposed to do, it don't have to be perfect, but it's manageable. Like, I get up early, so I might go to sleep before, I might fall asleep, like, even if I don't intend to go to sleep. I don't even remember what we was watching the other day, but I was trying to watch a movie with them and I was out. So sometimes I'll fall asleep and they just be, I wake up, it's potato chips and Oreo crumbs all over the table, all over the floor, shredded cheese all over the like, whatever. And it's just like, man, y'all trying to have roaches over here, man. But but it really take like a few minutes for me to clean it up. So it's not so much the mess, it's them understanding like the consequences of doing that stuff. Cause like, I could clean up the mess, but I ain't trying to have no roaches. And I keep leaving food out. Like, I live in an apartment. I know some of these people got roaches. I've had different times where, you know, here or there I'll see a roach and like, I'll be So anyway, just kind of looking at the important stuff, based off just process of the routine. Like right now, what is it important for them to understand? That's something they need to understand right now. Some of the other stuff that might be important later, like I'm realizing that if I just focus on the here and now, the opportunities for them to learn the lessons that they need to learn will present themselves. So I'm really enjoying this time, and I think that this this visit more than any other time, like my son is really, you know, like bonding with me more. So that's huge. Um, at work, the month didn't go how I wanted it to go, but next month I'll be working as interim manager. So that's that's a positive. Even though this month, so again, like I said, it was a rough round, but I still feel like I won because the areas I didn't win. So I'm pretty sure I regress with my weight. Like I'm certain, I just don't know exactly how much I gotta weigh myself. Um, but that's because, well, I ain't gonna make no excuses. It is what it is. I went into the year with the goal of not having these months, and what I've learned is I'm gonna have these months. But I've also learned that I can recover from it quickly with just a little bit of consistency. So, but trying to understand how to manage that and navigate doing what I need to do with the kids. And the most important thing is the one thing that I can be consistent with, whether they're here or not, which is the fasting. So, um, trying to be more disciplined with that. I have been more disciplined than I was in the past few months this month, but I'm still not where I want to be. But progress, at least I'm back to even tracking it. When I looked on my app, like I hadn't even been tracking it for a while. So then naturally I can connect the dots and attribute that to the regression the past few months. So anyway, it's clear when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do that it's working, and then it's obvious when I'm not doing it. So learn a lot of stuff about the tweaks I need to make to my routine. The biggest thing as far as just my weight is the fasting, because I'm not in a position to, go to the gym or do all of this extra stuff when I got the kids. Now that don't give me an excuse not to do anything. I do my little, very, very, easy home workout routine, do some push-ups, some dips, some squats, some lunges, then I do like some stretching stuff and whatever, but nothing crazy. But I can do it. Um, After they go back to their mom, then obviously I feel like I'll make progress faster. So everything at this point is really all about the timeline. I feel like this month uh really is a turning point, because now going forward, I have something I haven't had, which is peace of mind. Um, that I felt like I was certain it was gonna happen, but it was a lot of uncertainty about when. But now that the first domino has fell in place, and then I'm working as a manager next month, so that would be a second one if that goes well. So yeah, I'm going into August feeling a lot better about the timeline, not the outcome, because the outcome is the same. But I felt like July has shifted my focus from the outcome to the timeline, and I know at this point it's just all about how fast I'm gonna make these things happen, and that's directly a result of what I do on every level. So my faith, Am I just praying, or am I doing more than praying? Am I, studying? I have been watching. I watched a few services from a church that one of my coworkers go to. It's cool. I want to check out some other places, but I could see that potentially being somewhere that I would start going. But I am looking to find a church home. Once the kids go back, I am gonna get a gym membership and all of this stuff. But I don't want to ramble about everything that I'm going to do. This is really, like I said, it's supposed to be a recap. So round 7, I felt like I won. Even though I gained weight, like I made so much progress in so many other areas. I feel like I'll be better in all the relationships that I care about going forward. I'll be a better brother. I'll be a better uncle. I'll be a better father. I'll be a better son. So I just felt like I've had the desire to do a lot of these things, but I haven't had the ability. Now I have the ability to do it, so I'm excited about that. And now, after having a rough round, and I don't want to be naive and just think it's a flip of a switch, because I've been reminded consistently that it's not. Even if I make a breakthrough, I could still have a setback. So going in around 8, I would say aware that there are some opportunities for me to score, but there are also things I need to continue to be mindful of, so I don't get my ass knocked out. But for the fight, I think, I'm winning, and hopefully I'll put some distance on the judges' scorecards, because it's been a back and forth fight to this point, and I'm slightly ahead. But after 7 rounds, I'll take that. And we're coming up to the final little stretch. Not quite in the championship rounds, but these middle rounds of the fight, that's this where the body work and everything really start to show up. And then so I'm trying to create some distance. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Till next time, Tom Share Clarence. Peace.